"Hello, Dougal," said Florence. Said Dougal. "What?" said Florence. "Any minute now," said Dougal. "Shush." "What are you looking at?" said Florence. "Eh?" Said Dougal. "I'm waiting for my alarm call, and it should be going off any minute now." "Oh," said Florence, "the alarm clock." "Tick-tock, tick-tock, 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 tick-tock." "Well," said Dougal, "are you going to ring or not?" "What time did you set it for?" asked Florence. "Just about now," said Dougal, and hid behind the tree again. "Tick-tock, tick-tock, 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 tick. Tick-tock, 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 tick. Tick-tock. Tick-tock, 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 tick." Said Dougal, coming out a little. "It's very loud when it happens, you know." "Yes, very loud indeed." "Right," said Florence. "Thanks for warning me." "Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick. Hello," said the clock. "I'm the speaking clock." "Well, why don't you say something then?" said Dougal. "What do you want me to say?" said the clock. "Oh, I don't know. At the third stroke it will be, or something like that," said Dougal. "At the third stroke it will be, or something like that," said the clock. "Tick-tock." Said Dougal suspiciously. "He's just trying to lull us into a false sense of security. I'm going back behind the tree." "He's just trying to get us all relaxed and confident with his ticking. And then, when we're not expecting it, he'll suddenly go off." "Why do you need an alarm call anyway?" asked Florence. "So I can get up and have my breakfast, of course," said Dougal. "Look here, alarm clock, old chap," said Florence. "Are you going to go off or what? Because my friend here wants to have his breakfast." "Yes," said Dougal. "I might," said the clock. "Bring," said Brian. "Ha ha, fool you. You thought I was an alarm clock, didn't you? Early to bed and early to rise makes a snail healthy, wealthy and wise," said Brian. "Hello, Brian," said Florence. "Hello," said Brian. "Had your breakfast yet?" "Funny you should say that," said Dougal. "I'm waiting for my alarm call and the suspense is killing me." "Maybe you forgot to wind me up properly," said the clock. "Maybe you left my safety catch on." "Yes, maybe you did," said Florence. "Oh, yes," said Dougal. "I might have forgotten that." "There, I told you he was playing tricks on us." "Sorry," said the clock. "I won't do that again." Oh, I hate that." "Well, at least you can have your breakfast now," said Florence. "Oh, it gets me every time. Gives me the willies, that clock," said Dougal. "Sends shivers down my spine. Never trust a travelling clock. Now, breakfast. Nice bit of sugar. Dip it in blackcurrant juice. Lovely." "Sugar for breakfast," said Florence. "It's very bad for your teeth." "Not for dogs," said Dougal, lying. "Well, don't say I didn't warn you," said Florence. "Zebedee." "She's right, actually," said Zebedee. "You should have muesli or wholemeal toast or something. Something to put the roughage in your ruff." "Come on," said Florence. "I might go off again," said the clock. "I said I might go off." It was sports day in the garden, and Dougal and Brian were doing a last-minute check-up of all the apparatus. "Yes, everything seems to be in order," said Dougal. "The gold medal stand seems to be able to take my weight. That's the most important thing. Now, what else? Just smooth down the jumping sand for the first contestant? Yes." "Hi," said Dylan. "I've been working out a theme tune for the occasion. Do you want to hear it?" Not really, said Dougal. Well, it's better than Nessun Dorma, I grant you. I suppose we'll have to attend, said Zebedee, and cheer them on, a bit of moral support. But I'm definitely not getting into a sack race or an egg and spoon contest. It's too embarrassing. We'll see, said Florence, and off they went. Hello, Dougal, said Florence. Ah, our cheerleader has arrived, said Dougal. Have you been practicing? Not really, said Brian. Oh, yes, we've been training for months, haven't we, Brian? I personally use a combination technique, some weights, some aerobics, and a lot of tail wagging, what you might call cross-training. Now I'll just limber up a bit and we can start. Let the contest begin, said Mr. McHenry, and lit the flame. There was a chance I might not have been able to compete today because of my injury, but luckily I'm back on form now, said Dougal. Right, said Mr. McHenry. Now let's just check that none of the contestants have been using any stimulants, like steroids, perhaps. What? Said Dougal. Does a little bit of sugar count? I mean, the pressure to win can be very great on the modern athlete, you know. Hey, I've got something which is really going to be like the right kind of vibe for the theme tune, said Dylan, who'd found a trumpet. This is an auspicious athletic event, said Dougal, not a pop concert. It's a knockout, said Dougal. Now can we get on with the really important thing, winning the medals? Yes, won't be long now. Right, said Brian. Let's get on with it. I'll go first. OK, said Florence, and sat down. Hooray for Brian! Go, Brian, go! Right, said Brian, getting a little nervous. Here goes. Oh, that was fantastic. I was flying through the air. I don't know where I was. How did I do? Let's hear it for Flying Brian, said Florence, clapping. And Mr. McHenry had a go. Geronimo! Are bicycles allowed, said Florence. And as he steps into the arena, the crowd hush. He's approaching the 4-yard mark now, and then with startling agility, he jumps. Oh, ow. Hello, dear hearts, said Ermintrude. How did I do, said Dougal. That must have been a record, surely. I don't know. No one's been counting. Was it a long jump or a high jump? Anyway, I thought playing was more important than winning, said Florence. Well, said Dougal, in the absence of proper impartial judges, I think we should move on to the prize-giving ceremony, don't you? What was that? Oh, dear. Sorry, said Ermintrude. Maybe we should have had a weigh-in before we began. Now, who's for lemonade and cucumber sandwiches? Dougal. Dougal, called Florence. Hello. Oh, there you are. How are you feeling today? Any better? Not very well, as it happens, said Dougal. I think I'm ill. I've got a sore throat. Well, you can probably hear that. Oh dear, said Florence. Yes, I'm feeling very fragile indeed. I'm going to need a lot of mollycoddling today, said Dougal. Are you in the mood for a mollycoddle? I'll think about it, said Florence.
I'm a pretty little music box. I like wearing bows and frocks, and when I start to sing, your heart will go ding ding. So don't wind me up unless you want to be a puppet on a string.
Hello, said Florence.
Said Dougal warily.
Was that supposed to be a tune? Said Florence cheekily.
You what? Are you winding me up or something? Said the music box.
No, we are not, said Dougal. We wouldn't dream of winding you up, matey. And anyway, I'm far too ill today.
Watch it. What you staring at?
Well, not you, and that's for sure, said Florence, who was getting angry.
Here, your face. Oi, come back here, please.
All right, said Florence, but there's no need to be so rude. You're coming, Dougal? Not on your Nelly, said Dougal. And anyway, I should be in bed, really. You see, you've upset my friend now, said Florence to the music box. I wouldn't say upset, said Dougal. It's just that I do have a temperature, you know. Hey, wow, far out, said Dylan, unfashionably. An organic stereo system. Too much. Peace, man. Just don't wind it up, said Florence as a joke. No, man, it's cool. I know how to handle these things, said Dylan, and fell asleep. I wonder what's good for sore throats, said Dougal. Talking less, probably, said Florence. This is purely for medicinal purposes, you understand, said Dougal. Okay, let's melt down into a groove together. Let's lay back onto some really cool sounds, said Dylan. Hey, stay loose. Oh, no, here we go. He's wound him up now.
I'm a pretty little music box. I like wearing bows and frocks, and when I start to sing, your heart will...
Hey, man, quit the rap, said Dylan. Come over here, let's make sweet music together. Yeah, instrumental break. Yeah, beautiful.
Oi! Oi! Oi, you! Mush! Wake up! Wake up!
Hello, that doesn't sound too bad for a change, said Zebedee. What happened? Shh, said Florence. They're making sweet music together. There comes a moment in every dog's life when he reaches a certain, how shall I put it, maturity, when he feels it's time to write his autobiography. Rin Tin Tin did it. Lassie did it. The Hound of the Baskervilles did it. Now it's my turn. Better do some research first. Oh, yes, the complete story in pictures. Oh, yes, I remember that well. And as Pluto said, the trick with writing is not to let even a pretty flower distract you from starting. Goodness, is it still only 10 to 10? Oh, well, better get on with it then. Or maybe just have a little writer's cocktail first. Before I really knuckle down to a good solid day's writing. I've already got my name on my chair, just in case anyone's interested in the film rights. Like Sir Richard Attenborough, perhaps? Now, where did I put my glasses? Hello, said Florence. Isn't it a lovely day? What are you doing? I am writing my life story, said Dougal loftily. Oh, how exciting, said Florence. Can I watch? If you must. Am I in it? And is Zebedee? And Mr. Rusty? And Dylan? But you have to be as quiet as a mouse. I won't make a sound, whispered Florence. When are you going to start? As soon as I find my glasses, said Dougal. I didn't know you needed them, said Florence. When did you last see them? Well, I know I had them this morning when I went on that long walk among the trees to get some inspiration, said Dougal. I didn't know people still did that, said Florence. I thought it was all done on word processors these days. Oh, no. Us writers have to get close to nature, you know, said Dougal. It's a tradition. Oh, I see, said Florence. Yes, it helps us to see things more clearly, said Dougal. Puts us in touch with the muse, as they say. Yes, I see, said Florence. I never knew you were so talented. Now, let me see. Chapter 1. It's a problem a lot of writers have, you know, getting started. Let me see. My great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather Theophilus MacDougall was born in 1762. Do you think it's wise to start that far back, said Florence? It's going to make it a very long book, isn't it? Oh, said Dougal, it'll probably run to several volumes. Now, do you think I should sell the TV rights for the mini-series now, or wait until it's out in paperback? I don't know, said Florence. I hadn't thought about that. Are you sure you could handle public life? Oh, well, I'm not talking to anyone from the gutter press, if that's what you mean, said Dougal. Now, where did I put my glasses? Very wise, said Florence sympathetically. I'm going to get a very tired paw signing all those autographed copies, though, doing the chat show circuit. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Terry. Tell. T. Oh, yes. I worry about you sometimes, said Florence. I shall need a full-time secretary, of course, said Dougal, and a literary agent, or two. What do you think of the title, It's a Dog's Life? Not bad, said Florence. What about Dougal the Hungry Years? Doesn't quite have that ring to it, does it, said Dougal. Or, Memoirs of a Canine Catastrophe, offered Florence. No. I need something much more, how shall I put it? I Was a Slave to Sugar? Oh, now I like that one, said Zebedee, arriving. Oh, I was only trying to help. I know. What about The Truth Behind the Dog? Oh, yes, that's good, said Florence. Or what about The Mask Behind the Truth Behind the Dog? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, well, please yourself, said Florence, going. Now maybe I can get on, thank you very much. All these distractions. Now, if only I could find my glasses. Now, where did I put my pen? Oh, well done, said Florence. It's nothing, said Mr. Rusty. I didn't know you could sing, said Florence. We do our best, said Mr. Rusty. Rusty and I have played together at the Royal Albert Hall, said Zebedee. Well, I'm very impressed, said Florence. Oh, well, what can I say? Thank you very much. Don't mention it, said Florence. Now, enough of this backslapping, said Zebedee. Shall we get on? Yes, all right, let's go, said Florence. Hello, Dougal, said Florence. How are you? To be or not to be, said Dougal. That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Who can tell, said Florence. Quite, said Dougal. Hello, fellow players. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jasper, and I am here to play the role of the Scarecrow. Oh, really, said Dougal. Yes, now would you mind giving me a little room? I need space in which to project. Ma. Certainly, said Florence. Come on, Dougal. Well, really, said Dougal, I must say, who asked you to come anyway? Woe is me. Woe. Excuse me, said Florence. Just doing a bit of improvisation. It is a far, far better thing that I do now is the winter of our discontent. If he tells one of those long stories about his early days at the theatre, said Dougal, I shall scream. I'm sorry, but I cannot possibly be expected to act in these conditions. I never work with children and animals, especially dogs. Well, I must say that's a relief, said Dougal. And the costume department seemed to have given me an old piece of tat from last year's pantomime. Well, I think you look very convincing, said Florence with a smile. Thank you, darling. Oh, don't encourage him, said Dougal. "Can I help in any way?" said Zebedee. "Do we have a costume department?" asked Florence. "Well, not exactly, but let me see what I can do." "He'll be wanting the star dressing room next," said Dougal. "Naturally." "Well, I'm not giving you an encore." "No costume would be complete without one of these," said Florence. "Thank you, darling. How wonderful." "It's from the pink ribbon department," said Dougal. "How marvellous." "Now take your bow and get off," said Dougal. "I'm afraid we couldn't manage champagne," said Florence. "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel so humble. It was teamwork." "Well, he wouldn't have scared me if I'd been the last crow on earth. Standing ovation or no standing ovation," said Dougal. "Well, goodbye, Dougal," said Florence. "Are we going then?" said Zebedee. "Had enough," said Mr. Rusty. "Yes, thank you," said Florence. "Those were the days, eh?" said Mr. Rusty. "Those were the days," said Zebedee, yawning. "Were they?" said Florence.